What's up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Real quick intro. This that you're about to watch is part one of an interview that I did with Samantha, Samriel Paintress, on Instagram. If you watched yesterday or you didn't see part one, she actually sent me a custom Metal Bowser amiibo that I did a close-up shot of and all that in an unboxing video. So check that out, check this out, and then come back tomorrow and check out part three. Or if you are watching it tomorrow, and you can watch it all together. So here we go. So first off, Samantha, Sam, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
I truly appreciate this. You are the first that I'm going to do. What I want to try to do is I want to take this showcase a little further, and I want to get to let people learn about the people that are actually doing the work and get to know them a little bit. So I was apparently correct. When I was trying to pronounce your name horribly, I thought I was messing up. I'm from New Jersey. We are very, very illiterate and horrible.
That's fine. I'm from Australia.
So people can find you. I will put up a link and all that stuff and the actual spelling of the name and all. But I found you on Instagram under Samriel Paintress.
Yep.
And I actually don't even know how I found you. I think I was just one day looking for custom amiibo, and your name. I just saw the images. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!" So,
thank you.
My first question is how long have you been painting for?
I've been painting for about maybe 3 years. It hasn't been long. I only picked up the hobby with Warhammer only about 3 years ago, and custom amiibos I've only been doing for about a year. So that's not very long.
Now, so do you have any, where did you learn how to paint?
Well, I went over to my friend's house one day, and her husband had been painting Warhammer figures for decades, and he is amazing at it. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an Instagram. Otherwise, I'd love to sort of, let everybody know. But I was there one day, and he said, "Do you want to have a go?" So I picked up a little Beastman, and I started painting this guy, and I thought, gee, this is really hard. I've still got the first one that I painted somewhere, and it's awful. But I found it to be really fun. It was really sort of, I figured it was something that I could get into. Unfortunately, it came at a really bad time because I just started a new career. I just moved out of home. I was in my own apartment, and I started blowing probably thousands of dollars on this new hobby that I had.
Not good.
But I'm glad I did, because it ended up being really fun, and I ended up realizing that I was kind of all right at it. So I kept going, and that's sort of how I got to where I am now. I should have made an Instagram earlier, I think, because I was surprised at how awesome everybody is on there and how supportive they are. So I'm glad that I finally made one.
Now, for perspective, do you do Warhammer for a job, or is that just a hobby that you're doing this stuff with, or are you actually making money from it?
No, I wish I was making money from it. I have a career full time, so I am a teacher by day and a Warhammer enthusiast by night, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so you're young.
Yeah.
Got it all ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of amiibo, you said you've been doing them for about a year now.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start doing amiibo? What got you going with that?
I started collecting them originally, and I think up until now I have all of the Smash Brothers ones, but I haven't really bothered collecting any of the others. Okay. But I was playing Smash Brothers, and I saw a Dark Link, and I thought, wow, it'd be really cool if there was a Dark Link amiibo, and there wasn't. So I painted one, and that's how this little guy came along, and he was the first one that I did. So that's the Dark Link.
That is amazing. That is
Thank
so
you.
Cool. Now you said, okay, we're going to have to do something here. I have to know what I'm dealing with here before we continue this conversation. You said you collect. Mm-hmm. Is your collection in box or out of box?
Both. I have most of them out of box. The ones that are difficult to find, I have 2 of them, and the other ones are in box. So, you probably know Australia, it's so easy to find them now. For a while, Wii Fit Trainer and Villager were just non-existent.
Yeah.
And so now there's heaps of them. So I've got a few of those that are still in the box. I've got a gold and silver Mario that I will never take out of the box because that's blasphemy. But all the rest of them are out of box. So.
Meanwhile, I have both of them on the shelf over here out of the box.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't mind. But
we for us it wasn't as difficult to get. Well, that's I'm lying. Let me back it up. It wasn't as difficult for us to get the gold and the silver because they were actually produced for the United States. So,
okay.
well, North America.
Yeah.
So we had first go at them, and then eventually, I think they opened it up to you guys in Australia and Japan. Just recently got them, like maybe a few months ago. But in Europe, they never got them at all.
Yeah. I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah. And my two buddies that are on my podcast, both Toby and Alan, I got them both gold and well, no, that's not true. I got them both golds. And then silver I got for Alan, but we had a friend of ours who got the silver for Toby. But that was basically what it was. It was just a matter of like trying to fight through the crowds to get this.
It was ridiculous. For the silver one, it was pretty easy for us because it was sort of exclusively released through EB Games, which is, I think, our version of GameStop.
Yes.
And so I was sort of a member, so I got the email and ordered it straight away. With the gold one, it was limited to one per customer at Target. It was released at 8 a.m. on the day, which of course was a weekday, so I was at work. And I was tempted to take the day off, but I didn't. So I got a friend of mine whose dad generously lined up amongst all the children at Target and managed to score one for me. So that was really lucky.
That's amazing.
That's the only way that I got one. I wouldn't have been able to get one otherwise.
Okay, so what is your favorite one that you've done so far?
Ooh. I'd have to say Shadow Mewtwo, just because I am a Pokemon fiend and I love pretty much anything to do with Pokemon. When I started playing Pocket, I saw Shadow Mewtwo in action for the first time. And I thought, that is mad. So I'm not actually that impressed with my Shadow Mewtwo because I feel like I can do better, but I only did that sort of the day that I started playing Pocket, and it's this little guy here.
That thing is awesome.
Thank you. But I thought, I'd do it with an airbrush. It'd be mad. I saw one on Instagram. I think it was Evilus and Gandercris, and they did one, and it was red and it was shiny and it was beautiful. And that was I wanted that kind of effect, different colors, different sculpting and things like that. But I did the sculpting and then went, I'll paint it with a brush, which was a bit lazy, but it turned out okay. I would like to do another one day.
Yeah, I got I have an Evilos right there, a Pikachu one from him, and then I'll get afterwards. I'll bring it up for you to see. But he's phenomenal, and
awesome.
I don't know if you ever spoke to him or not.
No.
He is really, really awesome. Such a good guy. If you reach out to him, he'll definitely talk to you. He comes off a little and I'm not trying to be rude. He comes off a little egotistical at first. But
he has reason to be.
Well, no. But I mean, like when you see him from a distance, but then when you actually talk to him, you're like, oh my God, this guy is awesome. He's not even what people portray him as. And so he's really, really good guy. So I encourage you to check him out or to at least try to reach out to him because I don't even know if he's seen your stuff. I'll have to send him a link to this. Actually, he probably has because he's been checking out the videos. He's been sending me messages after he sees the videos and telling me that he likes them and he thinks they're good. So
okay, cool. That's awesome.
And then so you said that you collect Amiibo, and what is your gaming background in those terms? Like how old were you when you started playing? Like how'd you get into gaming?
I was 5 when I started playing video games. And I started when my parents brought home a PlayStation 1 when it first came out. It was 1995, 1996, around here. And my first game was Crash Bandicoot, which was amazing. And then I sort of got into the old PS1 games like Tomb Raider, Croc, Legend of Gobbos, all those, ridiculous platformers. And then moved very quickly onto Pokemon, and that's where I got into Nintendo stuff. Had my little Game Boy. And now I've just sort of come off the back of spending several years playing World of Warcraft, and I don't actually play anymore. So I'm moving on to more sort of love the open world, the Elder Scrolls, Fallout. I play a bit of Call of Duty, which the students at school seem to think is pretty funny, but I love it. I love just sort of mindlessly sitting there and, sometimes I want to think and sometimes I don't. So it sort of depends. I play anything really. I haven't played any of the Warhammer games extensively. I have them all, but they're very time consuming. I prefer to spend my time painting. I don't have, as much free time as I'd like to. So most of it goes towards getting stuff done. I'm most productive when I'm procrastinating. So, yeah.
So there's part one of the interview, guys. I hope you guys really liked it. You got to go check out her work. Seriously, links are down below to check her out on Instagram. Get into contact with her. Tell her how awesome her stuff is, because it really, truly is awesome. Come back tomorrow for part 3 of the Amiibo Customizer Showcase that I've been doing with Samriel Paintress. Thank you. Follow me. Instagram, Twitter, @Nintendo Gurus. Peace out, Cub Scout.